What up, guys, and welcome to the Overkill Underground. Here it is, episode 3, the Survivor series.
You know, every time I hear that intro, Charlie,
sure,
I feel like I want to just go, right when it hits,
right when it blasts.
Yeah, right when it hits its peak. Just not rip my shirt off, just go.
Okay. All right, we're not going that far. All right.
Like a Phil Anselmo Pantera type of scream.
Oh, I get it.
You got it.
None of the millennials would know what you were talking about.
The millennials have no idea what.
No.
Maybe they do. Who knows? Yeah,
No.
that's classic rock to them.
Vinyl.
Right, yeah.
Pantera is classic rock now. I can't believe it. Anyway, they are.
I would believe it. I mean, that was decades old.
Yeah.
Decades old.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But
That's early 90s. Rock and roll at its finest.
So, yeah, welcome, obviously, Lance. And Doug, great to have you here.
Yeah, Survivor
again.
Nation. What's
That's
up,
right.
baby? What's up?
Cool hand. Cool hand, Doug.
Yeah, that's right.
In the house.
What's up? Survivor Nation.
But I did want to mention, though, right off the bat, I mean, you can see how fun we are. And, guys, go ahead and just go down to the bottom of the page, put in your comments right away. You know, I mean, that would be a plus for us. We don't get any comments. We want to see some comments.
Yeah, just type in anything.
Just
Would you just put a Y down there or like any letter and press enter? Just put something in there.
Anything
Christ.
would be good.
Yeah.
Anything.
Put something down, would you, people? Goodness.
Because I think overall we are probably
a smiley face.
We are
Christ.
obviously, and I've watched a few others, but we're the most entertaining out of the Survivor.
Oh yeah, we're
review
kicking
shows.
the
Survivor
competition.
Shows. We are
rolling in the endorsements, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Sure.
I mean, that's just it, though. We're on the top.
Yeah, we're on the cutting edge.
The number one source to all your Survivor
as
information.
People like to say, we're on the cutting edge.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a dull edge, but we're there. You know, I mean,
anyway.
Anyway.
What happened in this episode?
Well, you watched it, didn't you?
Yeah, oh, man.
We started out night 7.
With bated breath on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
You remember Hannah, right?
Oh, yeah.
We all remember Hannah.
Oh,
Hannah was that
curly-haired girl.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, she was mentioning how she had to vote
that Jew
the way
broad.
she did because Michelle kind of got into the fact that, you know, we got the numbers.
Jew broad prejudiced against Italians.
All right, we've heard enough Pesci already.
She could be. But that was basically the gist of it. Michelle, she had her convinced that we have the numbers, and she didn't know what else to do.
Right.
She was really kind of lost in what, so she just kind of had to go with whatever Michelle was saying.
Right.
Which we kind of saw through the preview last time. Zeke was upset, obviously,
He was upset, and he had every right to be. He got played.
But
played by a Jew broad.
At the same time, like a true millennial, he kind of seemed to just let it go.
Yeah,
he
did.
He had to think it through.
Yeah.
He really had to have his way at the beginning, though. Like, you know, he
Give
would
me
not,
space.
Yeah,
He
would
wanted
not
space.
accept her saying anything.
He didn't want to hear
There
it,
was
and I don't
nothing.
blame him. And
right.
But he had his little parrot buddy sitting there talking.
Yeah, he
going,
wanted space, but
listen, he wants his space. He wants his
Yeah,
space.
right.
They were acting like a bunch of bitches out there.
They were.
Man.
And that was right. And Adam's
And
the
she
high
should have been
school
smart
kid.
enough to
Yeah,
say,
you know,
all right.
He's younger,
please.
so he's going to tail around with whoever he can.
Yeah, he is.
Which is understandable, too.
Yeah, he's
at
on the
same
bottom.
time.
He's got a mind of his own, though. He's
No, true.
showing it
true.
a little bit.
He does.
He does, yeah.
That high schooler has more of a mind of his own.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's an intelligent kid.
That's Adam.
Oh, that's
who we're talking
I
about.
thought you were talking about that other
The
kid.
parrot
No,
boy?
that is
No, the other kid.
What
Zeke.
other kid?
Zeke.
Zeke is the 86-year-old
28-year-old.
stuck in a 28-year-old body or some shit.
Right.
The other dude that was kind of preaching the other.
Jay?
Jay.
Is
Yes.
that the homeless shelter guy?
Yes, the
Jay's-
homeless shelter guy. Jay.
Yeah, I forget what his age is, but he's
Nonetheless.
No, Jay is not homeless shelter guy. He's in the Big Four. He's in the Big Four.
Jay's in the Big Four?
Yeah, Jay is the smart kid.
The guy who came up to the black girl and the Jew broad and made the comment, hey, listen, it's those four. And
That's not Jay. That's
who is that? What is
no.
that? Adam. His name's Adam.
Adam is the high schooler.
No, that's not Adam. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Adam?
Adam's definitely the kid that's...
We are on the cutting edge.
Who's the other kid? Who's the other kid?
This is it, huh?
Who's the other kid?
The guy who was parroting on the beach, right? They were acting like a bunch of bitches, and that one dude's like, "Give him some space," right? You're asking what his name is.
The guy that voted with Zeke.
Yeah,
the guy that voted
okay.
Figgy.
I don't remember his name. The
guy that voted Figgy out. He was sitting with Zeke on the edge there. He was the one saying, "Give him some space."
You know,
remember?
Bob?
No, he wasn't watching
he's
it.
not even listening.
He wasn't
that
watching.
Was the one that told him.
He's watching now, and he's saying our podcast sucks. You guys don't even know which guy you're talking about. Right. I don't know which guy.
That's exactly the problem. It was Adam. Because he was, Adam.
That's Adam.
He's the homeless shelter guy.
All right.
That's
Who's
Adam.
the 18-year-old?
Adam.
Well, do we have two Adams?
No, Adam was the one that was on the beach.
Yeah.
Also telling him,
okay,
he needs space. That's the kid.
That was Adam?
Yeah.
That was the 18-year-old?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't out there.
No, it was the other kid.
It was the guy, the homeless
sure?
shelter guy who's like older than Adam. He runs a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
That's the guy. And he's like, hey, we need to give him some space. He's Zeke's buddy. He's Zeke's right-hand man.
What was his name?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I thought his name
who's
was
on
Adam.
first and what's on
I
second.
thought his name was Adam. Don't give me any shit, Doug.
I'm not giving you poopy, but I'm just saying.
We'll have to decipher who exactly
all right.
Well,
this character is.
Yeah. Either way, Zeke was acting like a little baby. I mean, he was
Zeke
acting
was
a little
acting
immature.
like a
I mean, we all need our space, but just hear what she has to say and then say, okay,
right.
we're good. Just leave me alone for now. But he was acting like a little baby.
Yeah, I noticed Adam being
You know,
out
folks,
there on the beach.
we should have had our
Well,
facts
the camera's
straight.
on me right now.
It
We
was.
should have had our facts straight before we got into this. But you're going to have to fight through it with
There's
us.
Justin, J.
Justin. Is it Justin?
It's J. Justin J. for short.
Yeah, Jay's Taylor's bro.
Right.
Remember?
That's not the guy. That's not the guy.
I know that's not the guy.
Okay, yeah, it's Will.
Yes.
Will.
William.
Is it Will?
Will Wall.
Will's on the way out. Will voted
William.
for Figgy last week, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That he was the one on the beach.
Yes.
Was he the one on the
Yes,
beach? Are you sure?
absolutely. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I don't even think you have an idea.
I'm positive.
Who was on the beach with Zeke?
Because he was the
you
one
could
doing
be-
all the
you
interviews.
could be right. No, he did right.
That's not him.
That's
he was
Adam,
not
right?
on the beach.
That's Will.
No.
That's
so
Will.
Adam was on the beach then.
Will is the 18-year-old.
Yeah. That is not him.
Will's the
No.
18-year-old high schooler.
Yeah, he was not on the beach with Zeke. Either way.
Adam
I'm
was on
getting
the
tired of talking about these guys.
It was Adam.
I'm
Well-
getting tired of
well, we
talking
gotta-
about who's
I'll
on
tell
the
you
beach with
what.
Zeke.
I'll tell you
All
what.
right.
So obviously, Will is part of this trifecta here, along with Adam. I think,
No, Adam's
And-
on the other side.
and that could be.
Just
Day
cut it
8.
out.
What did we have here? Day 8, we had we had Paul kind of up against Ken and Dave.
Yeah,
and
Ken started
Cece.
making some moves.
That was right
Yep.
off the bat.
Mhm.
I mean,
Fishing. It was all about fishing.
it was. He took it
Well, 'cause
personal.
Paulie
Because-
went out to fish.
Paul does a lot of talking, but does
Yeah.
no delivering.
Yes.
Right.
Is the point he was making.
Right.
Terrible
and he's
delivery,
right.
man.
And I mean,
Mhm.
I guess kind of what do you expect from an older guy? I mean, you saw he dived down into the water. He was down there for about 3 seconds. And
Yeah,
he had to come up.
came
I
right
mean,
out.
You can't really.
Well, he said the water was
expect to
pushing
do-
him back. He couldn't get anything,
Oh,
any
The
momentum.
water wasn't pushing. him.
Nonetheless,
Nowhere.
he's
But I get
52
what
years
you're
old.
saying. Exactly. That's what I've said. He's
Yeah.
old. And then, and then the whole.
He's the
thing-
lead singer of a rock and roll band. He does a lot of talking, and he can't really deliver the goods.
Right. Yeah. We can.
Yeah.
We can.
You know who delivers the goods?
Pantera?
The drummer.
Oh. Yeah.
The drummer. The
No,
drummer
Ken
delivers the goods.
Ken delivers the goods. Kenny does.
Exactly. He
Kenny
brings
the-
back the octopus.
I bet you Kenny's the drummer.
He brings back the yellow
He
tail.
brought back the fish,
Yes.
led
All
the
that good
revolution
Brought
against
back
Paul.
the fish. He brought back the
So
octopus last week.
Ken's on top of his game right
Yes.
now. I mean, really. And in that tribe, he is basically the one that made this kind of happen with Paul, too.
I don't think so.
So,
Well,
to
it
a
could have
certain
been
Paul
extent,
made
but-
it happen.
Well,
We're skipping
no,
a lot here, but
but
all right.
that's the thing.
Paul made
Well,
it
the next
happen.
thing we entered into was the fact that they had to draw for who's going on either team.
That was
You
the
know.
first, too. Remember? That was the first.
I've
Hashtag
seen-
summit or
Summit,
hashtag
yeah, the summit, right.
Yeah.
The summit, yeah, but they all go to a central
Yeah, I've
meeting
never
place.
seen that. That was
That was
a little
kinda cool.
patty cake session, yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah,
That was
and it was
cool.
just
I mean,
right.
yeah.
It was just 4 from the one tribe,
And it
4
was
from the other
funny.
tribe. And
because they all had the
just a
same idea.
It was a private meeting for just those 8
Right.
people.
And they all had the same idea. I'm going to do a lot of listening, no talking.
Right.
I ain't going to give any information.
All right. Yep.
And the skinny man give up the goods.
The skinny man gave up the goods.
Yeah, he did.
Dave gave up.
Oh yeah,
all
I'll
the
vote
goods.
out every Gen X.
I'll vote out every single one of them
Oh,
son
yeah.
of a bitches.
Yeah.
Before.
Even Kenny boy.
He did.
Throwing them all under the
Nah,
bus.
Kenny boy. He won't vote out Kenny.
He said if it was just me and another guy in Gen X, I would vote out Gen X.
He might.
He said that.
He did
did.
say something to that effect.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
And I
He
did.
said
Yeah.
that.
And I told Dougie boy here. I said,
Oh, Dougie boy, here we go.
Dougie boy, here we
he
go.
will. He will. You know
be
why?
like that, huh?
Because if he goes to a final jury with a couple of millennials, he'll sell the jury every time. On, I think Dave Good.
Well, Dave is also
Dave's
a
kinda sharp.
producer too. You know,
Yeah.
he's in this line of coming up with witty things and stuff that's creative. You know, and I think right now
Dave's going to be on his game.
like I said, I said it at the beginning. This guy's going to break out of his shell. His anxiety.
Yeah, we did say that, didn't we?
Yes, I did. And the
I agreed.
and
Yes,
the anxiety.
yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
you agreed.
he did.
Fuck.
You
He
said
did.
everything
What are you
of that.
talking about?
No,
I
you said
agree.
everything.
I told
we
you he
said
was
that.
going to step through this anxiety, and that's been his problem since the beginning. But he has. He's emerged through this, and this is one of these characters that he is going to be very. You know, the guy has
I think
already
so,
come
too.
out. He's already come out. He's got the idol. He already has this confidence under him now. I
Sure.
can make him. I can make a mistake. He
Well,
has this feeling now that I can make a mistake.
Plus, he
and
found
be
a great ally
okay.
in Ken.
You know, and having
Fell in
Ken-
his lap.
Having Ken as an ally is definitely a huge plus. And it was it
Two
was,
of them, really, honestly.
So it ended up being the thing that with as far as when they did the summit was that Paul and Chris were also part of that with Dave and Cece. Now Dave and Cece, they get along. I'm not sure how close they are, but obviously she's in the mix with.
The only reason they get along with her,
With
Charlie,
Dave.
is because they're all at the bottom of the alliance.
Well,
It's those three.
They get along
There-
enough to talk strategy with
there
each
is those
other.
Not
numbers,
really.
true.
Cece's not in the loop with the other 6.
No, yeah, but Dave isn't either. I think she trusted Dave enough to be talking strategy
Well, yeah,
without anybody else listening.
Dave, Ken, and Cece are the 3 on the outs. That's how
Yes.
the episode
And-
started.
and-
Yes.
And no, right, correct. And on the other team, it was Will, Jay, Figgy, and Taylor. It was like literally the 3 plus Figgy. So it was Figgy was always part of it. Will was the one, and Will was the guy.
Well, no,
that
Will
we were
was the
talking about.
fifth one. Yeah,
There was the 4 people.
yeah.
4 people. Yeah, he was
The
he was
2
the
guys,
fourth.
the 2 girls,
Right,
and
there
Will's
was
the
3.
5th.
Right, there was the 3, and then Will. But those were the 4 that went. Was the the trifecta of
Yeah, the high school kid went to that one.
Right.
yeah.
right.
So there was those 4. And,
Oh, that went to
And
that
Taylor's
trifecta
getting
you
really
think, yeah, right.
attached to a Figgy big time. He
probably,
said
yeah.
he stated in his interview, "My lady's happy or my woman's happy. She
Yeah,
makes
right.
me happy." That's almost like something saying like
Oh,
you
there's
would throw
feelings
yourself
there.
under the bus for her, sort of stuff.
Oh, he'll let her win the
you
$1
gotta
million.
get you got to get rid of somebody. That's big time right there. Nobody just says that.
He'll help
Yeah.
her.
Nobody
he'll-
just says that on
That's
And
pretty-
TV.
you know what? She's
That's
smart
pretty
enough to
huge.
use
You
him
know,
to
that's-
win the $1 million.
If
She
she's
is,
happy,
too.
I
I'm
think-
happy.
I hope she
So
is.
what happens when
Yeah.
she's sad? What happens? You start going out on a limb on your ass,
Yeah.
gets a target,
Yeah.
Who cares?
and to save
It-
her ass,
Well, that's her. That's
I'm,
his
I'm
stupidity.
just pointing out the obvious of
You're
what's
right.
going on out
You're
there.
right.
I mean, there's
Good
some-
for her, bad for him.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I
but
agree
at
with
least-
that. We said that together.
But at least he's got his boy Jay, right? Jay, his boy.
Yeah, Jay's still out
Jay
there. If
means
Taylor's still
nothing.
going bowling
Yeah, but
with
Jay,
him.
Jay's
might be
going
able
to
to
mean-
smack some sense into him.
If-
before
Hopefully,
anything
if
happens.
Figgy
You never
leaves,
know.
if
right.
Figgy leaves,
If,
yeah.
if Figgy, and that's the thing. Jay means nothing as long as Figgy's around.
That was going to be a great
Well,
tribal right
That's
there.
going to be
That's
right.
a
That's,
fantastic
We'll-
tribal.
Right,
We'll
we're
see
gonna
what
work
happens
up,
when that
we're going
bridge-
to work to. Yeah, it's going to be a
When we
work up
cross
to
that
quite
bridge.
an exciting tribal.
But we had a
Let me
decent.
tell you something,
Those
mister.
events.
We had a decent challenge. I mean,
Go ahead,
we
tell
had.
us.
No, I
Yeah,
have nothing
yeah.
to say.
Here we
I
go.
was-
Put the
That was
glasses
a
down.
joke.
Put the
That was
glasses
a
down.
Complete joke.
This whole broadcast with you in it is. Goodness.
This
Anyway.
whole broadcast. You made this a damn circus. Lance.
It is a circus. It's a circus all the time.
Well,
Anyway.
true.
That's why we're here.
That's true.
So, So what? Now we're to the immunity challenge.
Yes,
right?
the immunity with the reward with the chairs.
The reward.
You get a couch or some crap. Just 2 chairs.
Couple of pillows
yeah.
and chairs.
Some pillows.
Just
Right.
garbage.
Right. It's all good.
Throw it on
And
the fire.
Really, I mean, we went through the challenge. It was a pretty typical. You get the block. You try to knock down the blocks, and then the thing about it was nice, kind of going through the stages, watching
Over the bridge. And
40-pound bag, 40-pound bag, right?
40-pound bag. You carry over the balance beam.
That was very difficult. That balance beam was very difficult.
The balance
It was
beam
tough.
seemed a little more difficult than what I thought it was at first. I thought it was just like a 2x6, but it was like a 2x4, and it up and down.
Even if it's a
and
2x6,
around.
it's up and down and around. And
It's tight up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like it was just about as wide as their shoes, so it looked pretty narrow. But
that's difficult.
yeah,
The
no,
snowboard
absolutely.
kid Taylor just started grabbing
Running.
bags, running
Just
over
running.
there,
Well,
running
once
back
he
for
did
the
it
bag.
once, it was easy, and he knew.
Right.
He had
Right.
good balance. He'd been snowboarding the whole time. He's got great
Sure.
balance. You know,
Sure.
he's probably well fit for that.
He ran
that
what?
obstacle.
3-4 bags.
Yeah,
4
I think-
bags.
Yeah. Did he take 4 bags?
He
That's
took
4 out
3
of
or
the 5.
4, and then he took the Black Chicks bag. He took
He took a bunch of bags.
He took
Yeah.
Adam's bag,
Yeah.
and he
Michaela's,
took, he took a bunch of bags.
Yeah, he
they
took-
still had to cross,
Yeah.
but
Big deal.
And while on the Gen X side, you see Cece
And
kind
then,
of just tiptoeing across the
my
thing.
gosh,
And
three and a half
I
people.
mean-
They said 3.5 people got through.
You know where she
while
was,
she was
right? You knew where she was going with this. She wanted to have the pride
absolutely
of making it across the bridge,
Of course. What?
and which
What are you hitting me for?
it was just
Because that was your idea.
it's
he's making a great point. Yeah.
it's but it's
So he
He's
hits
making a
me
fantastic
because you're making
point.
a great point,
it's,
Charlie.
It's the point though that
You're right.
that it's embarrassing
yeah.
for the team because that's not what you're going for. You're going for not losing this
Put her
challenge.
pride in front of the team.
But
And
you know what?
if
Maybe
that's right.
maybe she
Huge.
got halfway through and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm halfway through. Let me get through this." But you're right. At that point, it was pride, and her judgment got clouded. But what do you jump off, and now you're admitted defeat?
I mean,
and
yeah,
it's-
she was in a tough spot.
halfway
She
through,
could
She's in a
have.
rock and a hard
No,
place
it's
at
true.
that point.
It's absolutely
because you're,
She's right in the middle. She had gained all that ground. She worked so
Halfway
hard to get
through.
there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can
Now-
see
No,
both ways
It
to
makes
this.
sense.
Now-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
Now-
are in a tough spot.
So she at least she did it and she got it through.
I
She didn't-
give her
she
credit
didn't
for
fall
that,
at the
yeah.
end. She made it through. Nonetheless, the
Chris took-
millennials had a better idea. No, the Gen
Oh,
X
yeah.
people didn't
No,
come up
they
with
didn't-
that.
they didn't
coulda-
wanna work
they coulda
together.
They could have looked over and saw Taylor running through on the second run and said, "Hey,
Sure.
jump off, get off.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. Jump off."
Right.
They could have did that when
Right.
she was only 6 feet in.
And that's
into
what
the-
ended up
Yeah, but-
happening towards the end.
But
But
they
these
fu-
Gen X people are
Well, that
independent
happened when Paul
people,
dropped
man.
his. When Paul was halfway through and he dropped his.
Yeah.
Paul was the one that fell off.
Yeah, he fell. He couldn't get underneath that lowest beam
Right.
either.
Right.
Paul
He was
fell.
having but these Gen X we're talking different generations, right? Gen X people, they're very independent. They want to do things themselves. This is
Right.
You're
solo
right,
crap.
you're
Yeah.
right.
These millennials are more group think. Let's group together, think together. There's no.
Right.
This is hey, he wants to do it for me. This is great for
That's
the
true.
team. We're all group
You're right.
think over
You're
there,
right.
man. I mean, just
And
definite
and it's-
separation.
Absolutely. You could
right.
see
It's-
that in this
it's a
challenge.
pattern that
Yeah.
we've seen, going forward episode by episode, and this isn't something.
But the Gen
it's
X,
not
I'm
new.
sure the
We've
Gen
seen
X
this,
is thinking
this happening
the
over
Gen
and
X
over again, where they have had the teamwork down.
Yeah,
That's one of
yeah.
their strong suits right now. They've got the teamwork working for them for sure.
Even
Without
if
a
it
doubt.
is one man
good at
pull all the
this.
weight, they just
Yeah.
Yeah.
they just
I'll do all
fall
this.
in line with that. It's
Yeah.
very it works. It
Yeah.
works.
It's working for them.
Right.
It works pretty well. And they win it. And then what Jay asked for fishing gear. Jay asked for
Oh
fishing
yeah,
gear.
that was a good
And
idea.
that was a
and
interesting
you know what?
thought.
That was great for Ken to say, "Hey, you know what? That's great. I
I like fishing
I
a lot.
like fishing, but you know what? I think I'm going to let you have the comfort."
No, he didn't let him have it.
He said, "I'll let you have the comfort."
Yes, but he goes, well, they won the comfort anyways.
But that's what he said.
But he was fooling with them. He goes, as
Exactly.
much as I love fishing,
exactly.
I'm going to give you guys the comfort.
That's what I just said. Isn't that what I just fucking said?
You said.
True. It's true. You did
Thank
just
you.
say that.
Well, I
Thank
agree
you.
with you. I agree with you.
Jeez.
He agrees.
Would you stop
He
cursing
agrees.
over
I
there?
concur.
He
Jeez.
concurs.
That was a great
I
idea.
digress.
I concur too, so we said it.
Right.
I digress.
Okay.
I'll no longer curse.
Quite a charlatan over there.
Well,
Charlatan.
we make it to the end of this challenge.
That's enough shenanigans out of you.
And of
Yes.
course, with this team effort, the Millennials take it. They win the reward immunity. They, they're through to this thing, and now we're left with Gen X.
Yes.
And they've got to vote somebody out now.
It's a tough tribal.
That's the thing. Right at the end, you know what's coming next every time, and
Right.
it feels, and you can almost see it through their faces, their expressions. It's not real until Jeff says so, and as soon as he says, "See you at Tribal tonight," everybody's, you know that look on everybody's face is like, and it's
A somber look.
everybody has to have an
Right.
uneasy look, because even if you're not afraid of being voted out, your team just got a lot weaker.
Right.
I mean, every time you lose somebody, whether they're useful at camp or they're useful in the challenges, even
Somebody
if they're not,
you've spent time with that you could build an alliance with,
even
maybe
when they're-
down the road.
even when they're not useful at all, there's somebody to talk to.
Sure.
So it's one of these things where Tribal, obviously, it's an exciting time, but it sucks every time you have to go. You know you can see.
Oh
it in
yeah,
everybody's
it's
faces.
terrible.
And so, we got Dave and Ken. They're leading the charge on taking out Paul, and then
They
Paul,
started it.
Paul comes in.
Yeah.
Right. Paul comes in. He starts Jabber John with Jessica, and she was
That
with
was
someone
brilliant.
else. She was with someone else too.
It was,
it was-
Jessica and
Wasn't
Sunday.
another? Oh, it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Saturday.
It was Sunday.
Was it Saturday or Sunday?
It was.
I
It was
think it
Sunday.
was Wednesday.
Sunday,
Sunday.
Monday, or Tuesday.
It's Sunday. It was
One of the
Sunday.
days of the week.
It was a day. It's either the
It's
beginning. Or the
Sunday.
end.
Saturday's the
That's-
butler.
It's Sunday, Domingo.
No, that's Friday.
No, it's Sunday. Is Friday Domingo?
Friday's the butler.
Oh, I thought that was Jeeves.
Friday's the butler.
Oh,
Sunday's the broad that was with Jessica.
So we
when
were with-
Paul
we
threw
were
his
with-
foot in his mouth.
Yeah, right. We had Sunday and,
And-
Jessica and Paul. He ended
And
up saying-
kudos to Jessica for asking Paul that question. No, I don't want this to be like an all guy.
yeah. 'Cause she was
thing.
still with him at that
Yeah,
point.
she's with him, right.
Yeah,
Right. She mentions
This isn't going to be like an all guy thing,
She
right?
mentions
Right.
this thing about the all guy alliance.
and
right.
Paul says, "Oh no, we haven't heard anything about that yet."
right.
Right.
I would
No.
tell you.
I'd tell you
I'd
if
tell
you did.
Yes.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
I hear anything, you're on your own.
Sure.
Yeah, you're.
That's
you're,
Did he throw in the
Yeah.
evil laugh?
I did.
Did he? Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Lance,
I didn't
I'm
know
sure
if
he
he
did.
threw in
Evil
the evil
laugh
laugh or not.
But no,
It's fantastic.
I was really surprised. I caught that right off the bat, and I think
So
even
did
before
she.
she did. But I mean, just like maybe by a second. But I was thinking, boy, that's pretty brazen to say that. And then she, went into the immediate, she going through the fact
She
that
also picked up on
what is
that
he
as
tell-
well.
What is? Yeah, she did. She did pick up on it immediately.
And so
but
Sunday also did as well. And
Oh, yeah.
it was on from
and
there.
they shared
It
it
was
with
on
the
from
Asian leader,
Yeah. So Lucy.
Genghis
These
Khan.
women aren't stupid out there.
Lucy-
These women
right.
are
Lucy-
picking up on
Lucy
these guys.
Liu, Genghis Khan.
She was gearing
a killer.
towards Paul. Yeah, she wanted to get Paul out.
She's just like Paul, but she's a female.
And
Who? Lucy Liu?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
she's-
mean, I think we're going
Lucy
to
Liu.
see that
She's
too.
the,
coming
she's
up,
the king of
possibly.
that little
We-
trio.
Well,
we
we
could-
see that.
We could
and
see that coming
yes.
up.
yeah, and then no,
Possibly,
I'm
yeah.
jumping ahead. Sorry, fellas.
Would you
Well,
slow
no,
it down?
Yeah, you're getting excited. It's cool. I understand. Hey,
Goodness.
we get excited. This show
Yes.
brings out the best
It
in all
does.
of us.
Yes.
It really does.
Well, I mean,
Brings out
that's
the
all of
best.
us. But,
A little
This is
premature
how
there.
sad it gets.
yeah.
But so after we, I mean, there really wasn't much to tribal council because that's where we basically wound up.
Right.
We get the
at that
tribal
point.
council. There's really not a whole lot of discussion. Nothing really meaningful.
Well, you know what?
a little banter.
All the show
but
shows
nothing
us.
meaningful.
They don't show us the whole evening.
True.
But what they show us is
The highlights.
they show us Paul shove his foot in his mouth when he's talking to Jessica on Sunday,
That was important.
and then they're talking to Lucy, and they didn't show them talking to Cece, Dave, or Ken,
Right.
but you knew they did, and that was pretty much it.
You-
You knew Paul was going home at that
Right,
point.
right, but it-
and
it-
then when
Well, I
they're
would
at
like
tribal,
to mention too.
I thought.
this
That's what I was
This all
thinking.
led up to day 10, and we didn't even see anything from day 9.
Mm-hmm. Right.
not
It
a
went,
thing.
they
Really?
shot right to it because
We didn't see a thing about
they
it.
wanted to show you the least amount of possible at the camp there. They just shot right to it. But
Yeah.
the redhead guy, I don't remember his name. He's redheaded.
Chris.
He's allied with Paul, or
Chris,
was.
Chris Hammonds.
Yes, Chris. Jeff asked Chris. He goes, some people are thinking they're at the bottom of this tribe right now, or this alliance of 6, and he could have saved it right there by saying, instead of saying it's too early for this. Remember he said that? He said it's too early to be thinking that way.
Did, yeah.
Right.
He could have said, there's no difference. There's no up or bottom to this alliance. We are together, the 6 of us. He could have said something like that and said, it's too early. I'll dismiss this topic right away. We're going in cocky, going in hot. We're voting for this person. That's basically what he did. He could have saved it right there.
I don't know if he
could have
saved
persuaded the women, I think.
I don't think
At
he
least
could've.
brought over Jessica. He might not have brought over Lucy Liu, but he definitely would have brought out Jessica.
Honestly, I don't think he could have saved anybody at that point, because Paul really shoved his foot in his mouth when he told the girls. I mean, straight up, Jessica asked him, as long as this isn't a 3-guy alliance type of thing, I don't want this to be an all-guy alliance thing. And he said, oh, no, it has not come up.
Yeah.
But trust, and if it does, I'll let you know.
Which
And which you'll be on your own is basically what he said. Am I wrong?
Right.
You're
no,
you're
I
right.
mean,
You're right.
Right.
And
when it came
she
down
said
to it,
heard that.
Paul said, if it's
Doesn't
an
matter
all,
what
if it's an
anybody
all-guy
else says.
alliance, you girls are screwed.
Right.
I'm with the guys, and you're gone. Anything that we've built from here means nothing.
Right.
And that's
We're
basically
using
what
you
he
right
ended up
now.
saying.
Right.
Right. So
It's basically what he said. And Paul's a single man,
And Paul-
52 years
right,
old.
he
He's been
comes-
using women his entire life.
and
Well,
he
we-
comes,
you don't know.
singer,
All right.
lead singer of a rock and roll
these are
band.
facts.
Come
I
on.
take
He's
it.
he's
guy's-
chauvinistic.
He's freaking. He's Bon
Misogynist,
Scott
eh?
reincarnated.
Misogynist, eh? Yeah.
Misogynistic. He's an aristocrat.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Well, what? So the ladies, Ken just had to touch the first domino, didn't he tonight? All Ken had to do was flick the first domino.
Just a little.
Honestly, I don't even
And-
think Ken really had to do anything.
that's what I was
I
thinking,
think Paul really shoved his foot in his mouth so much with Jessica.
Jessica,
that I think
Jessica
approached.
was waiting
They
for
approached.
somebody to say anything about
fuck
Paul.
up.
As soon
Yeah.
as soon as Paul came up, Jessica was on it.
Oh yeah, I think
she heard a whisper and she jumped on
She
it.
brought Sunday over
And
to
so
Lucy, and Lucy's.
It was a good blind side.
Yeah, Lucy.
Which is
for
why
sure.
Lucy is taking over what we
Lucy's
see
taking
next
over.
episode.
Yeah.
She hijacked Jessica's movement, really,
Oh,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
is now taking over. What we
There's a new-
see is taking over the tribe.
New boss in town. New
Lucy
sheriff in town.
Yeah, there is. And Ken says it right on the interview. He says we traded one dictator for another, essentially. I
Yep,
mean,
that's
goodness
exactly what he
gracious.
said, yeah.
I
That's
think
exactly
Paul
it.
would have been a little bit more forgiving, too,
You know
than
what, Ken-
this woman's looking like.
Ken sounding like the wounded duck type of, traded one dick, but in actuality, he's in the back.
Ken's
pulling-
a smart
Is he
guy.
pulling the strings?
Very smart
He's
man.
a
Is he,
smart
is
guy.
he the puppet master?
He seems to be.
Well, he just
Him and
he
Dave.
really
That's
is. You know what? It's hard to say being the puppet master, but he's just somebody that sits back and observes.
I
And he's
believe-
smart.
He's
I
a
believe-
smart
just
guy.
observing.
And-
but
but
in
don't-
actuality,
don't forget the
that's
fact-
the most scariest
fine.
kind of player.
That's
Yeah.
fine, but don't forget the fact he does have an idol, kinda.
Well, he's got Ken. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got Dave in his
Dave,
back
and Dave's-
pocket.
I mean,
Dave's idol.
he is playing with some extra
I
confidence.
guarantee you, if
So-
he heard his name on the chopping block, he could convince Dave to give it to him.
Yeah.
Guaran-
I agree with that.
fucking-T.
Yeah, definitely. I think he could
Oh, yeah.
definitely
Ken is playing a sharp game.
definitely
Ken-
What a
intimidate
cannon
Dave
on him!
to do that.
What a cannon on that guy!
Yeah.
Did you see him throwing
He
them
was
sandbags?
he was whipping them sandbags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripping them good.
I mean, he's
just
he's
as hard and as
I
tight
think
as
he
any
could be,
millennial.
man. He's a
Well,
competitor.
I think we're going to be a little surprised as we go into the next couple episodes. I think Dave is
I
going
can't wait
to
till
be,
they merge, or not merge, but they
Dave,
mix
Dave
them
is
up.
going to. Actually, I think he's going to lose the anxiety. I think he's going to be.
He's lost it already.
He's going to
We-
become. But it's not even just. Say he's over the anxiety. Now he's going is just as fast as he lost the anxiety. He's going to become comfortable because he's going to see things that people do. I think that Dave is going to be a real power player, and
Yeah,
I really don't think he's going to be the type to give up his idol. I don't care who it is. I really don't think.
I don't
that
think
he would-
either.
We'll see.
What he told
Well,
the
we'll see.
millennials today
He
during the
is-
summit, I don't
he is
believe he'll
going
give it up
to-
either.
He is going
We'll
to write a script to one of his greatest
That's
shows or
right.
something. He is going to come up with something where he will end up being the hero at the end of this
He's
book.
starring in his own
And
script.
That's just it. He's going to. I think he's really going to be a power player more than we know at this point right now.
No,
Possibly.
he sure is.
He'll
I'm
have
sure
to
he
get
is.
rid of Ken before
And it's
that
gonna be-
happens.
yeah,
He's got to
I mean,
get rid
we're
of Ken.
gonna
Well,
see-
he'll
we're
use
gonna
Ken
see how
all the
this-
way.
Right. We're going to see how
Yeah,
it
we'll
boils
see how
down.
long this goes.
I don't think
It's
the
gonna be
only
great.
people that we really can assume are upset is Brett and Chris that Paul is gone now.
Yeah, but they'll fall in line.
They'll fall in
They'll
line.
definitely fall in line.
And without a doubt, they're going to have to. And,
Oh, yeah.
We'll go in the next episode where we can possibly see some real exciting changes.
Trust
with,
me, they'll jump on board with
Lucy.
Dave and Ken.
Right, and then Lucy
yeah.
will be this new dictatorial person that kind of is going to sweep in and take over somehow, some way.
And
It'll be
everybody will run to
interesting
Dave
see.
and Ken then, and they'll
Yeah.
make Lucy Liu be the bad guy.
And if the Millennials lose this next challenge,
Oh, boy.
she could be going home.
Lucy Lowe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean
She
Gen
could-
X?
she-
If Gen X
or
loses, yeah.
If the Millennials
Hey,
take
listen.
another
I think
one,
and
if they win
on
another
the
one,
same
yeah.
token, if your millennials go to tribal, I really think Figgy's still on the chopping block.
Oh yes, she is for
Because
sure.
I think Adam is going to convince the black girl, the Jew broad, the high schooler. And,
the high schooler is the
Figgy-
key to that.
Figgy has been on
All
the
they have to-
chopping
all they-
block since the whole thing
well,
went
she
down.
needs to be
She's
because
been.
she's
She's been, as far as the entire tribe is
too-
concerned, she has been on the chopping block
Yeah.
since the
too
beginning.
dangerous.
Yeah, they want her
sure.
out of there.
They all
too
they all
dangerous.
have. The only person that doesn't is Taylor.
Taylor and
Jay
yeah.
sees it.
But
he
Jay-
doesn't.
Jay
he
will keep
doesn't.
him-
and
he'll
Jay
keep-
was the
he'll
one
keep
that
her
Jay.
around for a
Jay.
while.
Well, of course they will, because those are going to be good players to have for your challenges. Those are your challenge players, and you want to keep those people around for those reasons.
Sure.
And we'll see how this shapes up into
The
next week.
competition is very competitive next week too.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
competitive. There's some big boys over there on Gen X,
And
and
you
there's
see-
some skinny little
you see-
scrawny guys on
and
the Millennial
you see
team.
some hand-to-hand stuff going on.
Yes.
Some body slams going on.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that'll be a great episode to see. We're definitely going to catch that, and we'll be back here next week.
We'll be here. Write me a smiley face, somebody out there.
Yeah. Subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Later.